What's up, Speed Addicts fam? Before we jump in and give you the rundown on all of our favorite dirt helmets for 2023, do me a favor and subscribe if you haven't already to the Speed Addicts channel. That way you're going to stay up to date on all the latest gear releases in the coming year. Also, if you're buying helmets and you're not buying them from Speed Addicts, you're doing it all wrong. Do yourself a favor, buy your next lid from us at speedaddicts.com. You're gonna get no cost returns, which is awesome. To qualify, all you have to do is live in the lower 48 states. And if you have any sort of fitment issues, just decide a helmet's not for you, you're gonna get that free return label in just a few clicks. So enough with my shameless plugs. On to the helmets. We have 5 of our favorite helmets for 2023. Now you guys get salty if your favorite brand's not up here. This is not a comprehensive list. We're picking our favorites. We do it every year. You might like some of them, you might not, but we're gonna educate you. We also have full rundown videos on all of these that are also gonna be in the description below, as well as links to purchase any of these helmets. First up on the list, the new Mac Daddy for about the past year, it is the Bell Moto 10. First on the list is the Bell Moto 10. This is a relatively new helmet. No, it didn't just launched in 2023. It's been out for about a year now, but it is truly revolutionary. They've done something that no other helmet manufacturer has done before by segmenting the shell into 2 pieces to really power the ventilation system, and it looks cool, right? The price tag on this thing is pretty high. You're talking about mid-8s up into the $900 price range. That is because of the R&D that went into this very unique helmet. It's also completely 3K carbon. Now, a lot of the graphic ways are gonna give you a little peek of that carbon right through the paint. The graphics that they've rolled out thus far have all really been top notch. You got racer replicas like this Tomac in front of me. You have collabs with Fast House. Not only does it look great, it flows a ton of air because of all the intakes and that segmented shell, but it also has a next level safety system built in it that was made just for this helmet with a collaboration with MIPS. So there's actually 2 layers of EPS. This is like a free floating ball and socket system. You can see me push on that interior layer. What that's gonna allow your head to do is swivel inside the helmet when you take a hit and make sure some of those rotational forces don't enter your gray matter. That's what it's all about when it comes to managing that angular momentum. And you're gonna have a collarbone protector here. It's called their no miss races system. Now, one of my other favorite features about the high-end Bell helmets are the magnetic cheek pads. I know this seems like a simple thing, but when you're servicing your helmet, and you can just pull these right out with the magnets, and then it just wants to jump right back into place. Very cool. Same with the chin strap protector. So if you're a racer or you're just an enthusiast recreational rider and you've got the budget, Moto 10 is a very sweet pick. Next on our list, we have the 6D ATR2. Now, this is not the first time the 6D has shown up on one of our shopping lists here at Speed Addicts. And no, it's not because 6D is actually like literally right down the street from us, and we like those guys a whole lot. They're nice guys. I like them. But the reason why it's on the list is because I've yet to be shown any proof that another motocross helmet is outperforming them when it comes to impact protection. This is all about safety. If you are racing, you have a kid that's racing, my opinion would be put them in a 6D helmet. If a crash is imminent when you're racing, it comes with the territory. If you're a recreational trail rider, am I gonna tell you to spend $769 on a 6D? Perhaps not. You could probably find a lighter helmet that's less expensive for you. Okay, so that's what we're talking about, who this helmet's for. Now, their omnidirectional suspension system inside of this helmet is built as suspension for your head, but that's gonna manage those rotational energies as you impact, okay? That's why the 6D, that's the secret sauce in a 6D helmet. It is also carbon fiber, so it's relatively lightweight. It flows a lot of air because of that 2-piece EPS system. And to top it off, it is rebuildable. So if you have an impact in a 6D helmet, in the ATR2 specifically, if the shell is not compromised, and 6D will be happy to tell you whether or not that is the case, they will put a new EPS system inside your ATR2 for a relatively small fee. So when you're investing nearly $800 in an ATR2, know that it won't be trashed the first time you hit it necessarily, right? So if the carbon shell is intact, they will look at that when you send it into the 6D office. And if it's rebuildable, you pay them a fee, you're dialed in. So you're getting a lot of bang for the buck in that department. But it does flow a lot of air. It's a nice place to be. It fits great. Go by that sizing chart. It fits true to size. And again, racers out there, kids that are racing, this is definitely our top pick. It is the 60 ATR2. Next lid on our list is the Lee Designs SE5. Now this comes in two different shell constructions. You have the full carbon fiber that's all the way up at 749. It's getting to be pretty rare air. And then you have the composite. The composite or fiberglass is coming in at $495. My advice to you is to purchase the composite. Now let's back up. I think this helmet has been overlooked a bit. I suspect over the next year or so, once more people understand what Lee's bringing to the table here, this helmet is really going to take off. Now, if you follow Supercross, you've seen it on Barcia, you've seen it on all the Lee gas guys. The feedback from them has been really, really positive. Those guys are the ones that help in the R&D process. Now, the first thing you're going to notice on the SE5, even on the composite, is the weight. It's very, very light. So this helmet is just a few ounces north of 3 pounds. Even on the composite, the carbon fiber is slightly less, but I really can't justify the extra $250 for the carbon fiber. And so thus I recommend the composite. They are really this same helmet. Otherwise, I think with the carbon fiber, you get an upgraded carry bag, but go with the composite. Ventilation is extreme. This gill work here, these are actual vents. These aren't just for looks. So you get a ton of cool air coming in through not only the chin bar, but then up on top. You can't quite see all of the vents up here in the crown area, but there are a lot of them, and it's going to flow a ton of air through this helmet. You have passive vents on the back. You have an extractor, 3 extractors across the top. So ventilation is no problem, and you are also covering your bases in terms of safety because they have a new gen MIPS liner that's actually part of the EPS built in to help manage that rotational energy. It has the collarbone protection built into the bottom edge. And I think, like I said before, a very fair price coming in just under $500 for that composite. It fits great. Go by the sizing chart. You'll be stoked. The Lee Designs SE5. Oh, and the paint. Of course, Lee started as a paint house, so the graphics are pretty unparalleled. And that does it for the SE5. Next up on our list is the Swami MX Speed. Now this is our top pick for enduro riders, trail riders, and even a lot of recreational riders. The reason is it is extremely lightweight and it is affordable. It's coming in at just over $300 depending on the colorway. I think the solids are low 3s and the graphics will get up closer to 4. So it's not cheap, but it's not as expensive as a lot of the other top flight motocross helmets out there. And it is one of the lightest helmets we've ever sold, coming in at 2 pounds and 10 ounces, depending on which size you're weighing. Now, this is what I personally worn for the past couple seasons, and I love it because it is so light. It's got a giant eye port. I put on a nice big set of goggles, good periphery, and the helmet is so light, I virtually forget it's there. It flows a lot of air, and this is the latest gen of motocross helmets from SUOMY, and they've baked in a MIPS liner built in here, whereas the previous MX Jump, which they're still making, and I still have one of those, it didn't have the MIPS. So they've kind of kicked up the safety a little bit. They also have the emergency quick release cheek pads in case you need those. But this is just an excellent fitting, extremely lightweight helmet that you're not afraid to go beat up. You know, you go spend, $700, $800, $900. You hit your helmet on the truck, or you take a digger. You're kind of bummed out. This Swami MX Speed is in a price range where you can afford to crash. Let's just be honest. That does it. Lightweight enduro guys, check out the MX Speed. Last up on our list, we have another Bell helmet. We have the Bell MX9 MIPS. Now, the one in front of me is the McGrath replica. This one's a few dollars more than the matte black, which is really the steal. So in matte black, you're gonna get one of these MX9 MIPS for only $169. Now, that is not as cheap as some of the other helmets on the market that we call price point helmets. But the gap is narrowing, right? So you used to be able to buy a $100 motocross helmet that was a decent lid, from a few different brands. Now those price point helmets are creeping up to the point where why not just pluck down an extra $20 or $30 and get yourself an MX9, because you're going to get that MIPS protection. Again, that's MIPS is that safety layer behind the comfort liner. You see that yellow layer in there that's going to help handle those rotational energies in case of an impact. So you're getting MIPS and you're getting Bell's awesome 5-year warranty. So that's about 3 years longer than the industry standard. So again, matte black is the deal, $169, those solid colors. The graphics, this one in particular, the McGrath replica, the Showtime special, is an extra $60, so you're talking about $220. Still relatively affordable. Now the MX9, it ventilates great. It's a comfortable fit. It runs true to size. It's DOT EC2205. It comes in 3 shell sizes, and you will see sizes extra small all the way up to 3XL. So MX9 has always been a staple here at Speed Addicts. We sell a ton of these, and we've got a lot of happy riders in them. So concludes our 2023 off-road helmet buying guide. We hope you guys enjoyed that. Now, if you've got questions, Rider Support is standing by at speedaddicts.com. That's right. You can always talk to a human over there through phone, email, or live chat. If you've got one of these helmets or have suggestions on what we might want to look at next year, go ahead and throw those in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time to find out what's in the crate.